Congratulations to all Arsenal fans. Oh, sorry, I've forgotten. Camera, cut that one, come on. Yes, Arsenal fans, what just happened yesterday? You now beat Real Madrid and thought that would be an easy passage for you guys to the UEFA Champions League final, but that is not the plan. PSG came, they saw, and they conquer. But you guess what? PSG had a mission. They came to the party at the Emirates yesterday with just a plan to pour sand for Arsenal Rise. Man, they poured them. Osman Dembele poured sand for Arsenal Rise yesterday in the 4th minute. Even Odegaard, as an other way in B, he was ambushed and he couldn't do anything to make the party go as planned. Come on, PSG fans, that was amazing performance. The first 25 minutes of the game was all PSG. Thanks to David Raya, who saved another outrageous effort from Declan to keep Arsenal in the game. Although after the saves, after the 25 minutes, Arsenal grew gradually into the game, and Martinelli was unable to convert in his one-on-one against Donnarumma. But it was a good game yesterday, a game of intent, a game of decision, a game of moment, where both teams had their moment, but Arsenal, PSG took the win at the Emirates Stadium, and that is an advantage for them to the second leg where they'll be hosting Arsenal next week at the Paris Saint-Germain in France. Come on, PSG fans, Arsenal fans, what can you say about this match? I know you lot are not expecting that kind of result. Everybody, all Arsenal fans were like, oh, we beat them in the group stage. We're going to win them now. But it is what it is. PSG with the win. What is going to happen next? Come on, guys. Osman Dembele has been in fine form this season. That goal yesterday took him to 25 goals in this calendar year and 45 goal contribution in 45 games this season. That's amazing. Also, Dembele has been fantastic this season. He has been scoring back to back for PSG. He has stepped up and be the man to take PSG to the Champions League final. Can they see this off at France next week, or can Arsenal do a comeback at France next? So guys, PSG 1, Arsenal 0 is the first leg, and it's an advantage to PSG, even though Arsenal actually tried everything they could yesterday, but it was all PSG game yesterday at the Emirates Stadium. But the key moment of the game were Donnarumma saves against Martinelli one-on-one, and also De Vrij also pulling out a save from Desiredo. Even though towards the end of the game, PSG could have actually had more goals from Gal Ramos and another one from Bakola. But 1-0 is still not bad for PSG, but can Arsenal actually turn this around? So, talking about the game yesterday, from my own point of view, I actually feel like PSG know what they came to do yesterday because they play a compact low tactics yesterday, like a low block yesterday, and throughout the game I watched yesterday, Nuno Mendes did not overlap at all because you know the danger on the side with Bukayo Saka. It was only Hakimi that was overlapping once in a while, and each time Hakimi overlapped, Arsenal tend to penetrate to that side. But looking at the compactness of PSG defense and their midfield, talking about their midfield, Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. These guys are amazing. Vitinha control everything in the middle of the park yesterday to ambush Odegaard, and João Mendes, who was dropping further and dropping backward to assist also the Dembele up front, was João Neves was amazing. Fabian Ruiz, this guy is everywhere. He's putting in every tackle, and it was a very good game from the trio of PSG midfield yesterday. But what was the problem for Arsenal yesterday? I actually think Arsenal missed Partey. That was why the party was incomplete yesterday. But it is what it is. They had their chances as well. They are unable to convert, and PSG had their chances and they are able to convert one out of it. Yes, even though Dembele took the spotlight yesterday, it was one player that stand out, which is Vitinha. Ever wonder who Vitinha is? Vitinha already played for Wolverhampton in the Premier League, where he struggled to get minutes, and he moved back to his home country in Porto to go and build back his confidence. And he went back to PSG, and this guy has been amazing this season. His passes, the way he controlled the midfield, the way he calmed the player in that midfield is actually amazing. Vitinha, can we see him back in the Premier League at any time soon? Or he's gonna be a PSG player for most of his career, like other players who came to England and left early and played somewhere else. Well, that is what it is. It is Vitinha who was man of the match yesterday. A solid performance. Can they finish the job at their home ground next week when they host Arsenal? The truth is that the game is still wide open. 1-0 is an advantage, but Arsenal are decisive. Yeah, they have their moment in the match. They are unable to convert, and they have their player that was missing, which is Partey, and I actually believe that it's gonna be a very good game again in the second leg next week at the Paris Saint-Germain. Also, credit to David Raya and Donnarumma. These guys were fantastic goalkeepers. That they were on top of their game yesterday with beautiful saves. Come on, look at that saves of David Raya from Desiree Do. That shot, and look at the one-on-one save of Donnarumma from Martinelli. That could have actually bring Arsenal back into the game, and Arsenal could have actually you know, be all over PSG. But that saves actually keep PSG in the game, and unfortunately, that is what it is. It was all down to game of chances, game of moments. Each team had their chances. Martinelli unable to convert. But next week, we hope it's gonna be a different thing. Another amazing thing is that yesterday, London was not red. London was blue because some blue fans do not even want Arsenal to progress to the final. And you know what? It was a good game because when PSG came to Arsenal, they came to the party at the Emirates Stadium. They pour sand. They don't only pour sand for Arsenal rice. They even serve them bitter leaf. Say, as they go home, everywhere go bitter. When you see yesterday when Arsenal fans were leaving the stadium, it was actually a tough time, a tough defeat for them because they couldn't accept. None of them expected that kind of result at their home yesterday because they believe that PSG defeating Real Madrid is actually a boost for them and they feel like they have the confidence to take over anything. But the reverse is the case. PSG came, they saw, and they come. And anyone that actually thinks this PSG team is not capable of proceeding to the final is actually mistaken because this season, this Champions League run this season, PSG actually defeated 4 English teams. They defeated Man City in the group stage, defending champion in the group stage of the Champions League 4-2, and they defeated the current Premier League champion Liverpool in the round of 16 4-1 penalty shootout. And the quarterfinal, they defeated Aston Villa 3-1. And in the first leg of the semi-final now, they have defeated Arsenal 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Don't tell me PSG are not contenders. I was telling some people yesterday before the match that if you think that Arsenal had beat PSG times and times that number, or they beat them earlier this season, actually because this season is fresh. The teams are actually getting their rhymes, and this season you can see PSG already won the league in French league. They have the confidence. They know the only thing they are fighting for is the Champions League, and they are on course to win the treble. And this team is very good, tactically sound. Kudos to their manager Luis Enrique, who put the team together. Luis Enrique Barcelona, we know what he's capable of doing. Very tactical manager who knows what he was doing. Yesterday the game was obvious because the tactics was actually obvious. They play a low block, a compact. The Nuno Mendes on the left was not overlapping. Marquinhos stay Pacho was at the back, and they have Vitinha who was at the middle of the park, controlling everything going in and out. And they have Fabian Rose who was just busting everywhere and there, tackling Odegaard, tackling everyone. And João Neves, who is going up and down to assist Dembele up front and drop down into the middle. They know what they are doing. And Desiree Do, come on, this guy is skillful. Look at the control. Look at the confidence at the beginning of the game. Look at how he was taking Arsenal defenders on. Man, this guy is someone to watch. It is hard to believe this radio is still 19 years old. This guy has the world at his feet. No one talks about it because the media in France is not like the media in Spain or in England. But this radio is an amazing player. So the second leg in Paris next week, can Arsenal pull off a comeback? And can PSG complete the Premier League sweep? And let me say that, can PSG complete a Premier League sweep because they are defeated 3 Premier League teams in the run to the Champions League? Even though I always say that Premier League teams are shit this season, because looking at the table in the Premier League, see the gap between the first and the second. Arsenal and Liverpool with 82 points, Arsenal second with 67 points, and the rest fighting for Champions League 4 points are on 57, 40 something points. Premier League teams are not solid this season, just like compared to the way they have always been all seasons. But every team has their own kind of difficult moment. I think it's the difficult moment for Premier League teams this season, and next season I hope these teams are going to bounce back. But who do you think is going to make it to the final? For the first leg, do you think PSG can actually seal the win in the second leg and progress to the final, or do you think Arsenal can do a comeback? Remember, Arsenal, you are in the same situation as Real Madrid that you defeated in the quarterfinal now. Everybody was expecting Real Madrid to still comeback, but you know what? Arsenal defeated them. So Arsenal, you are in the same shoe as PSG, as Real Madrid. Sorry, can you still the comeback or it's gone? I'm not surprised because Gunners is always gone. They disappointed at the end of the day, but it is what it is. Ateta, we are looking for some tactical genius in the second leg. PSG, we are looking for how Luis Enrique is going to set up and see the game for PSG. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. This is a very brief analysis of the game. After the end of the first leg and second leg, we are going to bring a full match analysis of the game with my co-hosts who are not here with me today. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you all next time. Cheers.